Hi everyone, Larry Saswell here. My good friend JM Kuno near Nashville saw my stewed tomatoes and okra and told me I had to try this recipe. It's called Hearty Okra Dinner or Hearty Okra Meal, I think. It was a 2008 award-winning recipe from Good Housekeeping. Called for about a tablespoon of olive oil. I think that's all we have, and my wife's down doing chores. I'm sure she has some others somewhere. I'm gonna let this heat up for a minute. I'm gonna put all the ingredients down below, give you a link to the recipe. This is the last of my okra. The only thing we're getting out of the garden right now is okra and peppers. And this was a green pepper that ripened, which makes it a sweet bell pepper. So this is one large onion. Actually, it's three because my onions were a little bit small. And 3 tablespoons of garlic. So this is medium heat. Now I'm going to start cooking these. I don't want to add the garlic yet because I don't want to take a chance of burning it. So I'm going to let these onions and peppers simmer a bit first. I already have these chopped up because my knife skills are nothing to put on film. I still have all my fingers and didn't get it cut this time. But I'm going to heat these up and let them cook for about 5 minutes. Well, it's been about 5 minutes and it smells amazing. So now I've got a bay leaf, a cinnamon stick, oregano, cumin, coriander, and turmeric in here. It's about a half teaspoon of each of those. So I want to add those. It's 1.8 teaspoons of salt. I don't know what 1.8 teaspoons of salt looks like. So I gave it a teaspoon and a half, a heaping teaspoon, I guess. Stir and cook for 1 minute. Boy, that changed the aroma. Now I'm going to add the okra. An undrained can of crushed tomatoes. I didn't can any diced tomatoes this year. That's a lot of food here, JM. It says 6 helpings. I think that's hearty helpings. And a can of chickpeas, garbanzo beans. I'm not sure I drained these. It wasn't very clear in the recipe whether it was drained or not. I need to bring this to a boil. Oh, I forgot something. 1/4 cup of black olives. I also want to add, this is smoked sausage. The recipe calls for chorizo. I don't like spices, and I know that's spicy. JM said I could put any kind of meat in here. It only calls for 3 ounces. I guess that's just to give it a little bit of flavor. I need to bring this to a boil. I'll turn it up a little bit. This is the biggest skillet we own, and I just realized we don't have a cover for it. The recipe calls for frozen okra. I didn't freeze any. This is the very last pieces we had. Been saving it for about 3 days. I just finished the fresh tonight. Well, it's boiling. Well, this is boiling, so I'm going to turn it down to low and let it simmer here. And put this other skillet on the top. That'll work. And while that's simmering for 30 minutes, JM suggested couscous. The recipe calls for rice, but I'm going to put some couscous in here, so I'm going to prepare that while this is simmering. All right, JM, I got my couscous. This has been simmering. I've already taken out the bay leaf, but I haven't seen the cinnamon stick yet. Chickpeas have swollen. There's the cinnamon stick. It is hot. And it looks like more than 6 servings, JM. I'm going to pair this up with some biscuits we had last night. These are, I think they're called Mile High biscuits from the American Test Kitchen. It's the best biscuits recipe we've found. I might share that someday. All right, a little bit of everything here. Garbanzo beans. Ooh, it's hot. Hot, hot, hot. Very flavorful. It's not chorizo, JM, but that smoked sausage adds a lot to it too. And I like the couscous. Rice would be just as good. I may have to freeze some of this, but I'm going to enjoy it tonight. Thanks for watching.